In a recent interview, James Gunn was asked whether he believes that there is superhero fatigue and whether he thinks that there's too many superhero projects on film and on TV. And the answer to both of those is yes. So once again, this comes at us from James Gunn. He was speaking with Michael Rosenbaum, aka Lex Luthor from Smallville, and an actor who's appeared in the MCU, and of course is probably going to appear in the DCU, let's be real. And he asked him whether or not James Gunn is worried about fatigue. He said he is, but there's always a solution to it. And as the conversation continues to go on, he asks him whether he believes there's too much, because there's a lot of stuff on TV, on streaming, and also over on the film side of it. James Gunn once again said yes, he believes there's too much. And as they continue to have the conversation, he asks him, okay, well, if you believe that, why did you guys announce so many projects? And James Gunn says that he believes as long as they can do what he did with the Guardians, it's gonna work. And what he said is, if you look at Guardians as a brand, it was completely different. People thought it would fail, but it was a success. So he says if they take that same mentality, the same push, and use the same approach to make you interested in these other properties, characters, and films, that you're not going to get bored of too many, that it's just spreading the genre out. Which, once again, I've always had this mentality. I hate the fact that people say, oh, every MCU movie's the same. And then you're like, okay, explain to me how Guardians is the same as Doctor Strange, which is the same as Miss Marvel, which is the same as Daredevil, which is the same as Captain America, or the Avengers, or X, Y, and Z. Same for the DCEU. How was Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice the same as Black Adam, or Shazam, or the Suicide Squad, or Birds of Prey, or even Flash? They're not the same. They're literally not the same. They're completely different. They're doing different types of vibes to them, different approaches, different independent directors putting their own spin on it. So again, I agree with him. As long as it's different, you're always going to have the haters, but people will show up if there's interest. So we'll see what happens, but he's kind of right. There are too many. DC's also part of the problem, but it's just got to be different and the interest will be there.